This Transformers 96 here with another video talking about the San Diego Comic-Con figures being shown right now for Marvel Legends. Yesterday they did show the Doctor Strange wave in its entirety. They did show the majority of the next Spider-Man wave, and now we have a few figures from a future wave. I'm not quite sure if these, I believe that these three will be in the same wave. They have shown two Netflix figures that I will be talking about right now that I'm very excited about. I'm not quite sure if all five of those are going to be in the same wave though. But let's get talking about it. First of all, we have a few figures here. I don't really see the connection between these characters. They do seem to be coming from just all different sorts of Marvel material, so I don't know what sort of wave, what the theme of this wave is going to be. However, first of all, we have the Dazzler there. Really liking the Dazzler figure a lot. I think that she's an interesting X-Men character, and she just looks like a really fantastic figure. Looks like a lot of new sculpted pieces, which is really awesome. Obviously, the head's new. The arms look to be reused. The torso looks to be completely new. At least the upper torso is new. The lower torso could be reused, I'm not sure. And then the legs are obviously new. And then her feet, she's on rollerblades. Super cool. I mean, just that just looks awesome. And she comes with a microphone as well. She's holding it in her right hand there. And then the little power effect is just a repainted power effect, but it's repainted really nicely with several different colors. It definitely looks very cool and much more visually pleasing than the other magic effects that they've done with that sculpt before. So overall, I'm really liking that Dazzler figure. I actually think that that's a really unique one, and it's going to be a fun one to pose and everything like that. Then we have Kid Nova, which, you know, he looks pretty nice. You know, he's obviously a character that's on, right now I believe he's on some sort of Spider-Man television show. He looks nice. He's obviously on that smaller body mold that they've made for that Peter Parker Spider-Man and Miles Morales Spider-Man. And so, you know, they're just trying to get as much use out of that new, tinier, you know, teenage body sculpt as they can. And, you know, this looks nice. It just doesn't look too special in any way. I have the regular Nova figure that was released in the Guardians of the Galaxy wave, and that was a much more visually pleasing figure, and it had a nice metallic paint on it. This one has a flat blue, unfortunately, and you know, nothing too special in my opinion, unless you're a big fan of Kid Nova. And then we have Angella. I believe that's how you say your name. I really don't know much about her, but her figure looks really nice. It does look extremely unique as well. That head sculpt looks crazy. Really liking it a lot. The hair is going everywhere, which I really do enjoy. I love it when they do give some really nice style to the hair. They did that with like a Spider-Girl, I don't remember which Spider-Girl, but in that kind of burgundy red costume with her hair like flowing to one side. It looks so cool. So I am glad to see that they are continuing that really extravagant hairstyle with some of their figures. And it definitely looks really great. She obviously looks like she's decked out with weapons as well. First of all, she has a cape, which is nice. A little extra bulk there. It looks like she has new sculpted arms, which is awesome. Possibly a new sculpted torso. The legs do seem to be actually sculpted line work in the armor, so possibly the legs are new too. And then she has it looks like she has two sort of like axes, and then she has one sword that's on her back. Really nice, and it is really impressive to see that they are doing new sculpts for Marvel Legends. Usually they just take the same sculpt and just reuse it as much as they possibly can, and they only give us a new sculpt when they have plans to reuse it a bunch more times. And they're doing that obviously with Kid Nova, but with Dazzler and Angella, they have completely, it looks like they have about 70% of them is a new mold, which is super cool and super unique, and I'm very much looking forward to both of those. I think that they look like really nice figures. And speaking of new molds, let's talk about these. Very exciting here. Obviously, the Netflix Marvel shows have been extremely popular. I've loved them since day one, and it's great to see them actually getting some representation in toy form, with Hot Toys making Daredevil, and now with Marvel Legends making Jessica Jones and the Punisher. So cool, because Deadpool is the one that you'd really expect them to do, so to see them do these two first just gives you kind of hope that they'll do a lot of the characters, which is awesome. Starting off with Punisher there, he looks really nice. The head sculpt does look pretty good. You know, it does have a definite resemblance to the actor. Obviously, with this scale, and it's just just Hasbro, so it's not going to be perfect, but it does look quite nice. The rest of the figure is a completely new mold. I don't see anything that can be reused. Usually when they do live action figures, they do have to resculpt the entire thing, which is really awesome and just gives us a more unique figure, which is cool. I love the paintwork in the skull of his torso there. That looks awesome. And then his jacket, it does kind of just fall down. It looks like it's more of a can shaped. Unfortunately, I wish that they did stylize the jacket a bit more and didn't make him look so rectangle body-ish. You know, it kind of gives him that rectangle body. I wish that it kind of swooped in a little bit closer to the torso there, and then kind of poofed out a bit more at the bottom. I think that would have looked a little bit better than what they did. But you know, it still looks very nice, and I'm obviously very pleased to get a Punisher figure. I'm sure he'll come with some guns, but I hope he does come with some really cool guns, especially that big minigun that he uses at the end. That would be really cool to see that. And then we have Jessica Jones. I'm much more interested in Jessica Jones. Everybody loves the Punisher from this show, but and I did too. I thought it was a really nice character. It's just I've never had much of a liking for the Punisher in the comics or just any form of media. He's never been a character that I really liked. And the Netflix show, he was awesome in the Netflix show. It's just I have no personal connection with him as far as really loving the character. However, Jessica Jones, I'm much more interested in. I think that the head sculpt looks really nice on her. Like, you know, obviously it's a 6-inch Hasbro figure, but however, I think that the facial likeness on her is much better than the Punisher is to John Berthal. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. I'm not quite sure. So I think her head sculpt is really nice. The jacket looks really good. I think that they've done her proportions really nicely. It really does capture her look from the show, down to the skin-tight pants and the boots there, and the jacket looks really nice. They didn't overdo the jacket kind of like they did with the Punisher. It looks pretty form-fitting, which is quite good, and just the detail on her looks really nice. So overall, I'm very excited for both of these. As you can see at the back there, it does say pending licensing approval, which, you know, is a bit scary. You know, I hope that there isn't any issue with Hasbro being able to make these figures, and I'm very surprised that they're being able to make these figures, considering they are from a property that's basically an R-rated television show. So it is surprising that they would be able to make them in a line that they do expect kids to buy too. I think that they do see how strong collectors really do love the Marvel Legends series, which is why they can do so many bizarre characters in it, and I'm glad that they are recognizing that and giving us figures that really only the collectors are going to want, the kids aren't going to want, so that is great. Very excited about this, and obviously since they're doing these two, they're going to do Daredevil, that's for sure. Whether they do Luke Cage and Iron Fist is unknown at this point. I hope that they do, though, do them as well, considering Luke Cage was in Jessica Jones series throughout the entire thing, and obviously his show, I believe, airs in September, so it would be a perfect time to do Luke Cage, and if they're going to do all of them, then they might as well just throw Iron Fist in there and get the whole Defenders team. So very excited about this. I would love to see them branch out to some of the villains like Kingpin and Purple Man, although I don't expect it. I don't think that they're going to do that at all, but that would be really cool. But at the moment, I'm just super happy and surprised. I never expected to see these two from Marvel Legends, but here we are. So very happy about that. And yeah, so let me know what you guys think of these figures, and thanks so much for watching.